Okay, alright, people. Well, I saw this video. I learned that the ex in the sex occult family that I was in, but I didn't know I was for a long time. I ain't do all that stuff. Where I was raised up kept me in church. So that was like, they didn't do that. I know they taught me, not, people I was around, they didn't do that. I didn't see it. Now, what if they was doing something? I mean, I stayed at church even afterwards because my parents had me in church for 7 days a week. Even though if I didn't want to go to church, I had to because I was under my parents' roof. So therefore, you got to go to church or you get a whooping. And I said, church. So they wasn't that kind of parents that they kept you into the streets. They keep you out of the streets. But these sex occult family, they was all in the streets. They was raised differently than I was. I guess they didn't want me to know the real stuff that goes on. Maybe my brain will start to elevate and know that this is wrong and pray that it will stop. Prayer that their minds be transformed and they will stop killing and stealing and trafficking, kid trafficking, and having sex with kids and killing babies because they was innocent and they had spiritual gifts heightened. You know, as babies, we're like even more powerful. We made our baby talk. Every other kid that's a baby can talk to each other. They know, they see even more stuff, and they're not scared. They didn't know what it is, but when they get to a certain age, all that starts to go away. Because rules come in. No, you can't do that. Anyway, so I learned that the sexical family and the ex and her family and some of the other families in that community was basically God had blessed them with wisdom, knowledge, so therefore they would have abundant life. All the stuff that we strive for to have and be able to build and have an abundant life ourselves, and we have to fight for it because these same people don't want us to have it. And they had it. One of the top probably occults that had all that. And they decided they wanted to take a little step higher, just like Satan did. He was blessed with everything. He could do anything he put his mind to. But he just had to bow to God. And he didn't get to the point when he started seeing that other people started bowing to him, even the mighty Michael, Archangel. That pride got to him. Somebody. But anyway, that pride got to him. If everybody's bowing to me, and the only person I gotta bow to is God, I should be able to have God bow to me, or to him. So therefore, these people got in their heads, their minds, and spirit, that they should be superior to all cults. They should be top tier. And they could do whatever they wanted to do. If they wanted to sell their ass, sell their behinds or have sex with each other and all that stuff. And do all the wicked stuff and still have the abundance that God gave them. To be that abundant family. They took it way too far. And God took that wisdom away from them. And they striving to suck the energy out of chosen ones or anybody that believe in the Lord, that love Him, that want to do that will. But they also want to be abundant too. And they don't want, they ain't doing nothing strange for some change. They actually working, doing what they need to do to make that money. They have the abundance. But that family and so many other occult families, not all, some karmics, they're high vibrational, they don't do that. They might have, they might go both ways in a way, but they don't try to kill anybody else. They be abundant. It's still there, what they got on. Now, that might be a small amount of people who don't do that. And quote, some of the other ones they do, on covenants. There's so many. But it started, I don't think it started with this occult, but I think it started with some other ones. But basically, they had it. They was blessed, beyond blessed, and they threw it away. They was basically rich. And that money, and it was like, it was never enough. I mean, shoot, $1 million, that's a lot. You can live off that. You just live in a small town, and you can have the biggest house. But that little taxes ain't gonna be that much. And you might have land, it still ain't gonna be that much. You can live off that and then your kids can live off that too. And you just can flip. Buy some land. Rent it out. Keep the money going. So therefore you and your family will always be rich. Just keep flipping it. And you don't have to do it every day. Just once in a while. But they was abundant. And they threw it away. And now they're just struggling and taking energy and killing and stealing from other people. Like, they had it. Now, I ain't have it. They made sure that came along, and they just started pulling the energy from me. Turned me into a battery, like the Matrix. And a lot of other chosen ones too. But the others broke free from that. With God's help and the ancestors, spirit teams. They want us to have more and be abundant and maybe bless somebody else. That is righteous. That is going for the same thing. Maybe not the same career, job, but going for something righteous that God wants them to do. But anyway, I just wanted to get that part out, that people that's attacking me, that's attacking a lot of other people, God blessed them with so much wealth. And they threw it away. Thought that He was going to just keep on giving it. Anyway, so I'm going to end it here. God bless you. And so keep a smile on your face and keep your head up high. Keep that confidence going. All right, peace.